On God. Why a spoon, cousin?
Because it hurts more.
You twit. Hey everybody, it's Brian.
And May.
And welcome back to the Keto Wizards channel. And it's fall.
It's like 60 degrees out.
Yay! It's a big deal here in the desert. I know some of you guys probably around the country are like, yeah, whatever, dude. It's freezing cold and snow.
We have snow.
But whatever.
Hey, but you know what? If you have snow, this recipe will be wonderful for you because guess what we're making today, Brian?
You know, what?
We're making a chowda.
What did you call it? Say it loud enough so everyone can hear. Come on, say it.
Chowder.
Chowda.
It's chowder. Say it right.
Chowder?
Yes.
Oh man, I love me some chowder.
I love this recipe. I've done it a few times. For some reason, I keep asking my husband for us to make it in July, and he just stares at me blankly. But now it's cool enough that we can make a chowder, a low-carb chowder that is ham and turnip.
Oh, that sounds really, really good.
Are you sure?
Really, really good. Yes.
It's like when you have the ham and potato chowder, and we are going to top it with some cheddar cheese and some bacon, and it is going to be warm and cozy on a cool day.
Growing up, you know, back east, I grew up in New England, right? And so I always loved like New England clam chowder, right? That was like one of my favorite things growing up. And there truly is nothing like, in my opinion, New England clam chowder. Sorry, everybody from Manhattan. Clam chowder is only made in New England, period. But I think we kind of get this, you know, kind of love and kind of feel because, right, we're gonna make it a nice white, creamy chowder. And I'm so happy about that.
So yeah, instead of potatoes, we are going to be using turnips.
Turnips, right.
Which are low carb.
Very low carb.
They're like a big giant radish practically. And we're gonna boost that up with some leek and some brown mustard. It's gonna be delicious. We are going to cut some stuff up for you, put it together, and we are gonna put this in the slow cooker.
Oh.
This is gonna be a nice, easy recipe
Right.
you guys can use like all the time, especially when it's cool out. So enjoy. Let's get started.
All right, excellent. All right, do it. So we are done chopping up everything, and we are ready to go. So, May, what do we have?
Okay, so everything is gonna go in the crock pot all at once. Nothing extra that you have to do after that. So what we're gonna do first is we have got 8 smallish turnips there. So depending on your turnips that you can find in your local stores, we had 8 small. So
Right.
you probably look at 6 medium, 4 large, depending on what you
should work
have.
perfect.
One thing about the turnips, they take a while to cut. So you just gotta make sure to put some music on, relax, and go through that. You're gonna peel and dice up your turnips into, what do we say, like about?
It's about half-inch cubes.
Yeah. The smaller the cube, the less time it's gonna take to cook. So, or how big you would want your quote-unquote potato bite to be. So we're gonna put the turnips in first. First. Next, we have 2 leeks. So what I did is I slivered up the white part of the leek. This is gonna give it an onion flavor. Leek is a little more, to me, pungent, but soft. It's not as bitter as like a normal onion.
Right.
They're a little more delicate. Like more like a spring onion, like a green onion, just bigger. And that's what it looks like. If you've never had a leek before, it looks like a big green onion. So we have the whites of 2 leeks that I just basically cut into little medallions, so you got little slivers, like little baby onions.
Yay.
So we're putting that in there. And then I did a terrible thing to our red and green bell pepper.
Oh my goodness. What do we do?
Normally you would want to dice these up small, probably 1/4 inch dicing, however you want it. But my hubby does not like the texture of bell pepper, so I food process them. So you have 1 green bell pepper and 1 red bell pepper that you would dice or chop up finely. Just dump that in there. What's kind of nice about the green and the red, because this chowder is so white and creamy, it's got the red and the green that kind of float in there, so it's very Christmassy. You want to do it that way. Then we've got about 2 pounds of ham.
Yep.
So this is fantastic if you just made a ham for the holidays and you had leftover ham. This is a great recipe to throw that in if you're trying to figure out what to do with it. Or just find, what did we have? We had like ham steak.
Yeah, it was, we were there looking at the store, looking at ham. And you know, it was really trying to figure out what did we want to use. And we came across these 2 really nice looking ham steaks.
These were bone in, yeah. This one's bone in. So we are gonna actually cook it with the bone in just to kind of have a little depth of flavor with it. So, oop, that goes in there too.
The crock pot's getting full.
It is, but we only have really one more thing we're gonna add. Next is kind of our broth. And how we're gonna do this is our bowl, right?
Yep.
We're gonna mix up a spatula. You're gonna take 1 of the 8-ounce blocks.
1 8-ounce block?
Yes, leave the other one in there for that. All right, so 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, that's gonna go in there. We have 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream.
All right, this is sounding delicious already.
I know, it is a rich dish.
It's good to keep you warm and comfortable when it's cool outside.
This is 1.5 cups of unsweetened almond milk.
Okay, so 1.5 cups of unsweetened almond milk.
Unsweetened almond milk,
All right.
Yep. I would go with plain, not vanilla.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want vanilla in it.
No.
There's no vanilla in chowder.
This is a nice savory dish, so.
All right, so what else we got?
We have 3 tablespoons of just brown mustard, just regular brown mustard.
Brown mustard.
Ham and mustard go good together.
Very, very well together. Personally, I think it just makes a great snack, actually.
The mustard will bring out some of the smokiness of the ham there too. So, and then we have 1/2 teaspoon of pepper.
All right.
Just regular pepper.
Regular pepper, black pepper, white pepper. You could use whatever you want.
So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna pop this in the microwave for.
I thought we were just gonna stir it.
Well, so you want it kind of melty and creamy. So we're gonna melt down this 1 block of cream cheese. So we're gonna put it in the microwave for probably about 2 minutes. Keep an eye on it till it's like a smooth, brothy consistency.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Microwave is going. All right. So it looks like we are getting closer.
So those ingredients were in the microwave. I did about 3 minutes. My cream cheese was a little colder than I thought it was. So we're gonna mix up that mustard, cream cheese, and cream mix, and we're just gonna pour it right on top of the ham and stuff.
All right. So we're ready to pour it in?
Yep. Just pour it right on top.
There's extra goodness in here. I'm trying to get it all
Don't skimp on the cream cheese, man. Don't skimp. All right, and then we're gonna give this a good stir, and then, yeah, get a big spoon.
Got to have the right tool for the job.
So you're gonna give it a big stir, and once everything's kind of evenly distributed, the last thing we do is we take another block of cream cheese and you just set it on the top. It sounds really silly, but it works out just fine. And it will be in your slow cooker for 7 to 8 hours, depending on, again, the texture of the turnip. So what we're looking for in our chowder is that the turnip kind of has a nice soft potato texture, just like a ham and potato soup. So that's when you know it's done. Oh, that's the bone.
There's the bone.
Yep. Looks good. So we're gonna take that last bit of the cream cheese and just put it right on top. You don't even need to mix it in.
Just like that?
Just like that. And
All right.
we're gonna put that on low for 7 to 8 hours. And when it's all done, we'll test it. But in the meantime,
Hey, why don't you guys do us a huge favor and go ahead and hit that like button and the subscription button as well, all right?
yeah.
And one more thing, if you could hit that notification bell.
So you can see videos like this all the time when we upload them.
All right. We'll see you in about 7 hours.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
me too.
All right. So we were just sitting here, you know, obviously you've got a little bit of time to kill, right? We got the chowda.
We got the chowda.
It's in the crock pot.
It's still cooking.
It's still cooking, and we're right around 6 hours, I think, right now.
It smells really good, and we're getting hungry.
Right. And so I'm starving, personally. It's been a long, long day.
The Cardinals lost.
They did. So we were sitting here thinking that, you know, our wonderful viewers, we love you guys.
You deserve more.
And you deserve more. You absolutely deserve more than, you know, granted, this chowda is going to be awesome, but you deserve just a little bit more.
And so Brian was bringing up some chaffles.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, like, I mean, we're having chowder, you know, maybe some like cheddar, chaffles, you know, I mean, you know, chaffles are kind of like the enraged keto thing, right?
I mean, it would have been, we can't put oyster crackers in our chowda.
Right? Can't do that.
So how can we complement this? And the chaffle just didn't seem right. But what did seem right?
Oh, Cheddar Bay Biscuits.
Yeah, like, you know, the Red Lobster one?
Right. Oh, yes. So we got to give a shout out to Wholesome Foods because, quite honestly,
Wholesome Yum.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Yes, we got to give a shout out to Wholesome Yum because, you know, we weren't really quite sure exactly what we wanted to do with this, but they really they have a great looking recipe, and we're going to give that a twirl here for you guys, right?
So bonus recipe for you guys. We're just going to have it without chowda because Cheddar Bay Biscuits, guys.
Right.
All right.
So what's in this recipe?
All right. We're going to start with 2 cups of blanched almond flour. That's what we got. All right, now.
All right, and we got baking powder. We got 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
That gives it some fluffiness. Got 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and then there's also a half a teaspoon of sea salt. We used a Celtic sea salt.
Beautiful. And if you're wondering, Celtic sea salt usually comes from France. That's the good stuff.
Then a whisked egg, so a whole egg whisked. We whisked up already for y'all.
And then we have 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. We're just gonna dump that right into the bowl. You know what? We're gonna spatula out some of that goodness. I mean, I'm not wasting any of that heavy cream, right?
You're gonna need it for this next bowl too. Because we have 1/3 cup of melted butter. We use the Kerrygold unsalted butter.
Yeah, you really can't have Cheddar Bay Biscuits without butter.
Oh, yes. And,
right?
there will be more butter.
There will be more butter. There's always more butter.
And then what else needs to go in Cheddar Bay?
Cheddar. You gotta have the cheddar.
So we have 1.5 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. We went with the sharp cheddar on this one because we had it already in the house.
And quite honestly, I think we all like cheddar, like the sharp cheddar cheese, just a little bit better.
Usually go for, yeah.
So, and now we're just gonna mix this all together. And it's gonna make a little bit of a dough.
It's gonna be a thick dough.
Definitely a thick dough.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's
make one giant one, cut it in half, and
let's show. All right. That's
so
your dough.
That's your dough. It should basically form into a nice looking dough.
It's gonna be thick. And what we're gonna do is we're supposed to use a scant large cookie scoop or ice cream scoop. Cookie scoop.
A scoop.
I use this more for cookies than ice cream, I have to say. So, but it said scant, which we had to look up.
Yeah.
And it means not all the way to the top. So, this is supposed to make 12 servings. So we're gonna see scant.
That qualifies as scant.
So we're supposed to lay it down there and then press it slightly flat.
Okay.
There's still supposed to be space in between because they will still also flatten while they cook. This says 12, and we'll see what it makes. Oh. I just am really excited if we can actually have cheddar biscuits.
I'd say 12 is a well, we got 11.
11. Well,
That's not bad, I guess.
it is my lucky number.
11?
Yes.
Is that normally a lucky number?
It's my birthday.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess lucky for you.
So we got 11. I'm sure if we wanted to pull this out and reform them, we could get 12, but we're gonna go with this. So it's just, basically what we found is you want this maybe 3/4 full.
Right.
So you fill it up about 3/4 full, you should be able to get 12.
Now, honestly, this is like perfect because like, you know, I get 3 and everybody else gets 2. I'm okay.
We'll see about that. Especially once we cover these in garlic butter. So these are gonna go in the oven. It says 12 to 16 minutes. I like to err on the side of a little bit longer, but we'll keep an eye on them. So I'm gonna aim for the 16-minute mark. And then they will cool for 10 minutes. You want them to cool up because the cheese will get ooey gooey and you want them to kind of firm up a little bit. And then they're gonna get brushed with melted garlic butter to get it at the piece de resistance. And we're putting it in the oven at 350 for 16 minutes and we'll see when they come out.
All right, so we are back with our cheddar biscuits, and my God, May, I am super, super excited about how these are looking. Like these look just absolutely delicious
They look
right
adorable.
now. They look great. Let's see if we can lift them up, give you guys just a little bit better view.
So the 11 spread out a little bit. So I think if we had made it 12, they would not be as spread out.
Maybe, I don't know.
So what we're gonna do now is we are gonna put some garlic butter on these babies and we're gonna flavor our butter.
We're gonna flavor the butter, of course. And going into the butter, we have 1 tablespoon of parsley with a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder and just an 1/8 teaspoon of sea salt. Of course, it is a little bit flexible, you know, make it the way you want it. If you want more garlic, add more garlic. If it needs more salt, by all means.
We're going by the recipe today just to see how it turns out.
All right, so we're just gonna give that a little bit of a stir.
The recipe also did call for fresh parsley. I did not have that in the house already. I had dried parsley, but if you have fresh parsley, highly recommend it.
All right, so you wanna butter the buns?
I'll butter the biscuits.
Butter the biscuits.
I'll butter the biscuits. Butter the biscuits.
I think these are gonna go fabulous with the cheddar. You know, I mean, first of all, I think cheese is gonna pair well with it anyways.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, it's garlic and butter.
And the reason we had the sharp cheddar was to garnish our chowder anyway.
Right. So we just figured, you know, it's a 2-for-1 special today on Keto Wizards.
So we're in a discount.
We're in a discount, yeah, why not? It's going quick, people. Black Friday's almost here. You better get in line now.
All right. So those are our biscuits. They're very pretty. Okay, should we try one of these while they're still kind of warm?
Yeah.
Which one?
I like the look of that one.
Okay. So. Oh, it's really soft. All right, Brian, you
It's a
can have
little bit gooey.
You can have the big piece.
So these probably could still actually cool for just a little bit, but honestly, look at the texture on those.
It's kind of soft on the inside still.
Yeah, look at that. It is very
but
soft.
It's flaky,
tender.
like a drop biscuit. Like, I mean, that's really nice. All right, I'm going in. Yeah.
Okay, once again, I got to give a shout out to Wholesome Yum because
Good job.
yeah, that is yum. I mean, that is really, really fantastic. I'm very happy with this. It is soft.
The garlic butter is what makes the difference. Like the garlic pops really.
It really does.
well.
It is really, really good, and it's so soft and like biscuit-like. I'm very happy.
I'm very impressed.
We-
And you see the bottom, it's browned and it's actually crispy on the bottom. It's really nice. Oh goodness.
Oh, my brain is spinning right now. We have some other recipes. There's some pairings for this that I have in mind already. Oh, this is good.
I think this will go amazing with our chowder.
This is gonna be brilliant. Ma'am, you guys really wish you were eating this, I'm telling you.
It was actually pretty easy to make too.
Super simple. Yeah, no, I was really impressed.
Less than 30 minutes altogether with the cooling and melting butter. Not bad at all. And all these ingredients I already had in the house, so it's not like obscure ingredients either. So you could make this on a weekday meal pretty easily to go with something like a soup or salad even. Like if you just had a nice crisp Caesar salad with some chicken and then had this on a pairing, it'd be great.
Drop a fried egg on it. I mean, anything.
Totally Eggs Benedict this.
Oh my God. Yeah, you could totally make like an Eggs Benedict out of this. And you know,
there's the hollandaise sauce and yeah, just a little piece of Canadian bacon on that.
Or even some like a lump crab cake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, head spinning now.
Head is spinning.
We are gonna do some food alchemy. And we'll share that with you.
All right, so we are back with the chowda.
The chowda.
The chowda.
Our ham potato creamy chowder.
Chowder, right, yeah.
Yes.
And instead of potatoes, we did what?
Turnips.
Turnips.
Yes. So this has been cooking on low for almost 8 hours now. We've been kind of testing the texture. So we're gonna show you what we got here.
Wow, this is looking pretty amazing.
Smell that.
So you can see that we still got some of the cream cheese hasn't all completely melted, right?
So the block is on the top.
That's part of the recipe. That's what's supposed to happen.
It's fine.
Okay.
So after 8 hours of this simmering, it's gonna look a little watery on top. It's gonna look a little curly, but it's okay. It's totally fine. It's just the cooking process.
Right.
That block of cream cheese on the top, totally fine. Now we stir it.
We stir it up.
And I know you've been itching to stir this all
I've been like, May, can I stir it now? I just want to stir the pot. Like, I like to stir the pot.
I know, so he's been going crazy that cream cheese has been sitting there.
Yeah. That's what the recipe says, Brian. Are you sure? You want me to read it to you? Yeah, I please.
So, once you stir it up, it should get nice and creamy. The cream cheese is going to incorporate. It's been in a hot pot for a while, so it's going to incorporate in there and it's going to get nice and creamy. And is that starting to look like a chowder right there?
This is like a beautiful, luscious chowder. I mean, look at it. It's really good.
The ham looks nice.
The ham looks beautiful. We got nice, a little bit of pink in the ham, and we've got some red and green from the peppers.
Yeah.
If you diced up the red and green peppers, it would be really pretty. But we can see it. It's still pretty good.
I did evil things.
This is coming together really well. So
that's it.
You can see like it just looks all nice and beautiful.
So you were concerned it was not going to have enough liquid.
I was totally concerned about that. In fact, off camera, I'm like, May, are you sure? Like, that didn't look like enough liquid to me at all. And I think when you first put it together, you will probably have that experience too. But clearly,
it's a soup.
It's a soup.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So ready to serve that up?
Do we need to? We can't just get a spoon? I mean, I got a spoon.
That is the serving spoon, not the brine spoon.
Are you sure?
All right, so got some nice chowder going into our soup bowl here.
We can tell because it says soup. Does it say soup on both sides?
It does, see? All right, and then we are going to top this.
Right, we're gonna top it. I think, let's see, we'll probably go a little bit of cheese first.
Yeah.
Right, so we got a little bit of cheddar cheese and we're just gonna plop a little bit right down on top. Don't need a whole lot, just a couple of sprigs, right? We have a little bit of diced bacon, right? Like, you don't need to go get bacon bits, just make your own bacon bits.
Well,
beautiful.
We usually have bacon around the house.
Always have bacon. So just a little bit of bacon bits to put around on top.
And we're gonna just do a light garnish of a little bit of that leek.
A little bit of the leeks, right?
Just kind of to make it pretty.
One of the things that to always keep in mind, I think, when you're like cooking, your garnish sometimes can give a little bit of like what to expect, right? Because we know we have leeks in here.
I like that.
right? So yeah, so we're gonna garnish with a little bit of leeks so that as someone who's gonna consume this, we know, hey, there might be leeks in here.
All right.
All right.
So that's our ham and turnip chowder.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
It's really good.
All right, we're gonna try our chowder. I'm so excited. I'm
I'm
excited
very
for
happy.
you to try it because I've had this before.
Okay, so
You gotta get a little.
I got a little bit of everything on this, right? We got a little bit of
Gotta get some ham,
excuse my fingers.
bacon, cheese. Oh goodness, here
Right.
we go.
Yeah, we got it all on here.
Fabulous.
That is very, very creamy. It's very silky. There is such a great chowder flavor in this. I'm really happy. And you know, if you were concerned that there's radishes in there, like I know what radishes taste like. No, that kind of just really super mellows out. There is just a faint note of radish. It will actually taste like you put that in there like on purpose. Like it's
A little accent.
it's a slight accent. It's really, really good.
But it has the texture of like that potato that you're looking for in a chowder or potato soup.
Yeah. And then, you know, the smokiness of that ham and the bacon to complement. Yeah, you guys are gonna love this keto potato chowder. Once again, we want to remind you guys, please like, subscribe, hit that notification
It
bell.
really helps us out, guys.
It would help us out a ton. Please make sure that you share these wonderful recipes with your friends and your family, whether you like them or not. We would enjoy to have them.
And if you have any particular like favorite winter soups or stews or something that you really enjoy, can you put them in the comments below? Maybe we can alchemy them up for you next time.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.